Okay. Okay, guys. So API testing. Okay. So before getting into API testing, I would like to introduce myself. I'm C. Mishra, and I'm having more than 11 years of experience in this testing field. And it's been more than 7 years. I am giving training to peoples in different testing technologies. Okay. So I started my career as a automation tester itself. Currently, I'm heading the test section of a giant company. Um, so the reason behind this API testing is really interesting story, because during those days when I started my career, I invested my almost all time doing either performance testing or UI testing. Okay, but in today's market, I spend my 70% of the time into API testing and 30% of the time into UI testing or stuff. The reason behind that and why all these things, I have already shared a introduction video on API testing. You can just see that in YouTube. Um, So that is why we are here to learn this API testing. I'll just tell in very nutshell what is the reason. The reason number, there is two reasons, main two reasons. One is due to the agile methodology. All the companies are developing their application and deploying the application daily basis. So they are building some new features every day. So they need the output quicker. So this is what they want from the tester. So they want a quick output, that what exactly they have developed, it is properly working or not. So now think in two perspectives. So if you will do in UI testing, if you will go with UI testing, then what will happen? You can run the test cases one after another. So there is a sequence you need to follow. Okay, so in that scenario, what is the problem that you will face? That you need more time to execute all test case. For example, in a particular application, there will be more than 5,000 test case minimum in any big industry. For a particular application, there will minimum more than 5,000 test cases. Now, if you think of executing all those 5,000 test cases in daily basis, it is little bit impractical, right? Because so there is a lot of dependencies over there. Either you need a very big lab where you can run all the scenario parallelly, or even in single system running parallelly in UI is not that practical. So it takes more time. So maybe I will say it takes more than 5-6 hours, okay, to run all those 5,000 scenarios. That is also a big chunk of time, because if you take the example of Facebook, Gmail, WhatsApp, you take example of Flipkart, Amazon, so they put their build they release their application in daily basis. Every 2 hours or work up 1 hour, they check in the new code into their code base. Okay, so before going into this API testing stuff, this is the one reason, first reason why the market, the industry is moving towards the API testing. Okay, because API testing is faster. You can run hundred of test cases parallelly simultaneously. Where you need to run, let's say one test case takes 1 minute to get execute. In UI scenario, it might take 100 minutes. In the same thing, if you do in API testing, in couple of minutes only you can run those 100 scenarios, because you can run all the scenarios parallelly in different threads. Okay, so that is the benefit of API testing. That is why the first reason it is moving, the IT industry is moving to leaning towards the API testing. Second reason is Internet of Things. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a very big word in today's world. Internet of Things is connecting, everything is in internet. Okay, you talk about your car can be get parked automatically. You can your home can be automated automatically. You can control your AC, your light, your switch, your fans from your mobile phone itself. So these are some new technologies. You can protect your house by putting security drone over your house. So a lot of stuff are coming ahead. Okay, so in year 2025 you will see more than 50 million devices connected to each other. Now in that case, if all those 50 million devices are connected to each other, do you think they have UI? No, right? Because drone doesn't have a UI. Your automation, the home appliance automation doesn't have UI. Those have softwares, but those are not UI. Okay, without UI. So if UI is not there, how you will do the testing? So in that case, you again need to perform this API testing. That is why API testing is um, getting famous day by day. Okay. So now let's go ahead and understand what API testing is exactly, and we'll just see a small demo, okay, of a calculator maybe, okay. Today is just a demo class, so we'll finish it very soon. Otherwise, class will happen for 1.5 hours, but today it will be less. Because it is a demo session, we'll this complete 3-4 days. We'll have a lot of demo sessions for a lot of people. So in a group, I accept more than not less, not more than 5 to 6 people, because I need to interact with everyone. So sit tight and let me know if you're not able to understand anything. Let's go ahead. Okay. So API testing. Before getting into API testing, we need to know what exactly API is. Okay. API is the acronym for Application Programming Interface. Okay. So API, A stands for application, P stands for programming, I stands for interface. So let's understand, okay, in layman language, if I want to, uh, if you, I want to make my mom understand, who doesn't have any understanding of IT tech, words or IT phrases, then how I will make her understand? So let's understand, starts from layman. I'm assuming you guys have no idea about anything. So we will start from the scratch, okay, from the base itself. So my assumption is you don't have any programming knowledge, you don't have any knowledge on API, you don't have any knowledge on any tool, you don't have any knowledge of anything. Only I am starting from complete scratch, so you guys can build your knowledge on top of that. Okay. So let me know if I'm overlooking something, you want to get a light on that particular subject, you can take a note and let me know. I will definitely take a separate session for that. Okay. Application programming interface sounds very good, but what exactly this means, understanding why they named it like this. So the reason is, you can read it in the reverse way: an interface used by programs to interact with an application. Okay. So if you read it from the backward, if you read it backward, IPA, then this is what it stands for. So you should understand like this: it is an interface which will be used by programs to interact with an application. Okay. So to understand this line, you need to understand what is an interface, what is a program, and what is an application. Okay. So I want you guys, I'm unmuting you all. Okay. Uh, I'm unmuting you all. So we will do a little bit of interaction. Okay. So hi Jasmi. So we'll just do a little bit of interaction. So interface used by programs to interact with an application. So can anyone tell me? So this is an application. Okay. This is a application. So what you can do with this application? You can call to anyone. Okay. So you can make a call or something. Then what is the interface here? Can anybody tell me? This is the application. Application is, you can, it will help you to do calls, international calls, local calls. Okay. So what is the interface here? Can anyone tell me, please?
Interface is basically the front end, like how the user is going to use that particular,
Numbers.
Yeah, yeah, correct. What you are telling UI is also correct. But here in this particular image, what is the interface in this particular application? So the
we have
interface
a
is
dial, the number dial.
correct. You are right. So this number dial is the interface. Okay. Now you would have heard about user interface and all. Okay. So user goes into application and touches something or means clicks something or something. Those are user interface. Okay. But here in this scenario, what user will do? User will go and means move that number dial and he can ring it, dial a particular number, and that call will go to that particular person, right? So here the user is a human being, isn't it? The user is a human being.
Yes.
But in API, the user is not a human being. Instead, it is a program. Okay. I'm just muting you all guys again. There is a noise. Okay. So here the user is program. So in short, I can say that no human being. So because the program will go interact with the interface, whatever interface it is, and that interface will in that gives it the access to the application. This is what API means. Okay. So I hope it makes a very clear image, right? So you can also say that no humans interact with API directly. Okay. No human uses API directly. Okay. So to use an API, you need a program to interact with, correct? And who will write that program? Developers. Okay. So whoever write those API, those are all developers or testers. They will write the API code. They'll write the code to interact with the interface, and the interface you can just interact with that, and indirectly you can talk with the application. Okay. So the application can be anything in any of the stuff. Okay. There is one more benefit of API testing is it is independent of languages. So the application, this chunk you can see here, it can be of any language, any platform. It might be in Linux or Mac or Windows. It can be built in Perl, Python, .NET, Java, doesn't matter. API will work there. That is a very big benefit. So if you think of the olden days, so what was happening those days is, let's say application is there, and in that application, um, oh, hi Sunita, hi. So uh, you can see I'll have the recording. You can see the previous stuff where you will get the recordings. So let's go ahead. Okay. So the application is something, it can be of any platform, any language, but API will work because API doesn't depend on any platform or any language. It supports pure XML and JSON, so that XML JSON is supported by every languages, isn't it? Don't you think in .NET C Sharp you can accept XMLs? Of course you can accept. You can accept JSON. Of course you can accept. Same thing can't you accept in Java? These are nothing but pure text file. Okay, so don't worry what XML is and what JSON is. Okay, both are nothing but simple text file. Okay, so those text file can be accepted by any program, any platform, right? So that is why API is independent of all this language and platform. So now, if this interface, which acts as the API for us, so this interface is built on top of your application so that it can talk with another application. That is the benefit. That is the advantage that you are getting. Think about a scenario. So let's say you know how to bring electricity to your home. Okay, so think of scenario, nobody else in the world knows about electricity. Okay, just assume the stuff. Now you are the only person in the world who knows what electricity is, what you can do with the electricity, and how to generate it, and how to run it through the wire inside your home. So you are using you are building different kind of applications like bulb, tube lights, fan, TV, and you are using it. So whole world is just, they're just astonished and just seeing what this guy is doing and stuff, right? But is that beneficial? Or the beneficial scenario will be something like this: when you can open up those possibilities to everyone who is in this world. Okay, so now everybody can come and pay you some amount of money so that you can give those ideas to them. So in that scenario, the all other people in the world becomes the program or user, and where you are just sharing this stuff, let's say via someone else, you are sharing this detail. Let's say you are putting these things in a website or something. So there'll be something where you are sharing that's the interface, and you are the application where you are sharing the knowledge. Okay, so to understand that thing, we'll go to the next picture, that is API. Okay, so you can think of API in this particular image. So don't you think, what is the interface here? The interface is the plug, and user can use any type of mail plug to plug it in and get the electricity. So electricity is the application that you are getting it, right? You can bring the electricity to your fan, you can bring the electricity to any of the board, you can use to recharge your phone, you can use to recharge your laptop. So you can think that application can be of anything. Okay, it can be anything, external application, and it is using a single application which needs it, right? So that is the power of API. A single API can change the whole world. Okay, so you know about this mailing system when it got invented. So that is nothing but this API only. Okay, now we will actually focus on, so this is also API, this plug pin, this switch is also an API. You can think of this is also indicator, and this fuse is also one type of API. Okay, so where the users are different, each is giving us a different functionality, application uses in our day-to-day life. Okay, but same thing can also be happened in case of software world. So we will learn about web APIs, because whatever you are seeing around you, everywhere there is a use of API, guys. If you think of your system, laptop or iPad, tab, when you are pressing a key, that is a API user action, which is going and telling the interface that the key has been pressed and do something in the screen. So this is what, that is also an API, but we will not go into those things, those details. We'll only focus on web APIs. Okay, the APIs which is used in our websites, okay, which can be executed using different protocols, HTTP protocols. Protocols are nothing but some set of rules, like you are telling your websites to do that, and it will do it, and it will give you the response back. Okay, so we'll focus only on the web APIs. So I don't know if you know about this particular page, programmable web. Okay, so if you go and see this page, that is the page where you know all these kinds, or it's basically for developers, where all types of API all over the world is available. This is the one. You can think of any API in this world, guys. Big names: Google Maps, Twitter, YouTube API, Flickr API, Facebook API. Okay, tomorrow you might need to, you will be thinking about building an application. Okay, for example, you are starting your own service, own Uber service, for example. You name it, let's say book your cab, something like, okay, BUC, book your cab, something like that. So you need a maps there. So you can take this API from here and integrate to your application. So what this API, what is this API gives to you? Features. It will put the map in your particular place. You don't have to worry about any other thing. Think about how Google would have done that. He have Lot of people who can travel and see the map how it is, they will come up, they'll build a map, and there they will be showing that this is a shop, this is a this place, this is this location, this is this main, what is different address, house number, everything they are putting there. They have really put a lot of effort to that, isn't it? Now there is two choice for you: either you build up everything from scratch, or you use this API. Okay, so there is a word like no need to invent the wheel again and again, right? Once something is invented, just use that. So that is why API comes into market, where you can use those things. Now Google Map already done that. What is doing? Hey, you know, I have done these activities. Why you need to do that again? You can pay me little bit of money. I will give you the service. It is cool, isn't it? So you can do that. Same like Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, Facebook, you name it. All the APIs will be available to this particular um, page. Okay, you can get it for free. So you can search the APIs over here. Okay, whatever API is being developed across the world, everything is available here. Okay, you can upload, you can download. Okay, so let's go ahead and API testing. Now we will go to API testing. So we will first decide, like I will share the content to you guys. What are the stuff we will cover? I will share the syllabus to you. So basically we'll focus on couple of tools, one tool and one standalone actually. So what we will do, like how to do API testing, for that we will use one tool named as SOAP UI. Okay, and we'll see what are the different type of testing and all, how to do all the security testing and all this stuff in that. Secondly, we will see, without even using any tool, we can test this functionalities by just by pure Java code. Okay, so that is a, small session. I will cover it during my course. In one of the section I'll mention that. Okay, so you can choose, like if you want to get into Java, get down into it and write the code, you can do so without using any tool, or you can use SOAP UI tool. But if you see in market, if I talk about US, so SOAP UI is pretty much everywhere now. SOAP UI tool, and there are a lot of tools. Postman is there, HP, UFT is there. There are a lot of tools. REST is there. There are so many tools are there actually, which are using to which we are using to do this API testing. So, but SOAP UI is very much famous because SOAP UI is the tool where you can get it for free and do a lot of work in that. It is very good. There is a paid version of SOAP UI also. We'll discuss on that topic in some time. Okay, means in future classes. So API testing. Okay, what testing is? Uh, so Rina was asking, shall we do both manual as well as automation? Yes, we'll do both. We'll do manual as well as automation. Okay, because you know everything is automated. Okay, so nowadays, first we'll learn manual, then we'll go to automation, and we will see both of the stuff. Okay, we'll also see, we will also try to put a CI, continuous integration stuff. We will integrate Jenkins to our SOAP UI and execute the stuff, and all this thing we will do. Okay, so that you can see in the syllabus. I will share you after the class. Okay, so you can just refer that. You can expect the video and syllabus by today night. I'm telling IST timings. Okay, so let's go ahead. What exactly testing? So testing is not working with the UI part. Okay, so what you are doing in company, they're just leaving this UI part and they are focusing on that business layer. Okay, where their functions are there, you can just directly call those function and test what are the functionality. So what is happening is someone is doing some activity, someone has developed something. Yes, Suk, automation with Java 2. I will just, Suk is asking, do we need to do automation with Java? So we will also learn automation with Groovy, okay, which is a part of SOAP UI. Don't worry, it is very simple. I will teach you that Groovy basic knowledge. We will learn Java basic also, and then we will see this Java 2 automation using Java as well. Okay, so business layer. Okay, coming back to the point. So the testing works in this layer. Whatever function you are developing as a developer, so you are integrating to the application, right? Now you need to know whatever module you or function you have developed and integrated to the application, it is working properly or not. Okay, because literally you would have done the unit testing. I hope you guys know what unit testing is. Unit testing means a simple function, you are testing it on top of it, right? That function sending the arguments and it is working or not. But you also want to know if you integrate that particular function to the application where there are already thousands of application are in place, is it syncing with all the function properly or not, right? Or is it breaking some other functionality like that? So you need to know the results. So, and you need to know very soon. What is the point if you develop some 100 more functions and integrate it? Now it's breaking. Now you need to figure out which function it is breaking, and you have to go and dig your head to fix that issue, right? But think of, you checked in some 5 functions, immediately you got the result within 1 hour, and you got the error. In it is easier to search in 5 functions instead of 100, isn't it? So there where it is the advantage. So API testing works in this business layer where a lot of functions will be there, and in all those functions you can directly interact and run those test cases parallelly, simultaneously in different threads. Okay, that is the excitement part here, guys. Okay, but while learning, we'll learn first one by one, then we'll go ahead. Okay, so before going into the testing, we need to understand web services. What exactly is web services? And because we are learning web APIs, only web APIs, so we have to understand web services, and we'll go ahead and learn different, what is the reason of web services, different type of web services. There are two types, SOAP and REST in today's market, and how exactly that does. So what exactly web services, and I'll just tell in simple line. Okay, we'll cover this part in detail in future class. Okay, so this is for simple line, it's just an application or business logic that is accessible using standard internet protocols via standard XML messaging system. Okay, so it is same, nothing but your API is what we are talking about. Okay, so they just give it a name, web services, and web services understand the language of XML and JSON or any text file. You can build your web services however you want. So that is nothing but acts as an interface to you. You talk to that web service, it will talk back to you. Okay, it's just like a postman. You tell your postman, hey, can you ask your boss that this much loan is available or not? Postman will go ask in post office, come back, and he will say you, yes, it is done. So similarly, you just send a XML, we'll just see the figure in some two type of web services, SOAP and REST. Now we'll go to that part, not now. Okay, so it's something like that. This is the gateway. Okay, API gateway. Lot of people come, web apps, mobile apps, different other customers will come interact with this, and they will access your functionality, whatever is available with you. Okay, so this is the in big picture, means if you see it from top, you can just see it in broad that okay, this is what API means. Okay, I hope it this makes sense. We'll get into each and every detail, what is SOAP, what is REST, how to do REST testing, how to do SOAP testing, what is the benefit of doing REST testing on top of SOAP, and vice versa. Okay, there is also some benefits of doing SOAP instead of REST. Okay, because SOAP is more secure, REST is not that secure. And you cannot say REST is a API, that's something else. It is a architectural uh, different type of stuff that is REST. Okay, we need to understand that. So we will just discuss on that. We will see how to do those testings. Okay, we'll compare both. We will do it in manual automation in both SOAP and REST. We'll do the same thing in only standalone Java as well. Okay, so there the classes will be let's say more than 30 sessions, I think. Okay, so have patience. and I will initially I will take small sessions, and later sometimes we might need to take 2 hour session as well. Okay, so before ending this class, I would like to show you a small project of calculator API. So let's go into the so don't get into that. I'm directly jumping to the API and I'll show you what exactly it is working. So you will be thinking why I'm skipping the in between part. So those parts are very vast. We'll learn slowly. Okay, slow and steady wins the race, guys. Great. So what we will do. So this is the SOAP UI, how it looks like. Again, don't worry about this. Okay. So what exactly happens that you can create a project over here and it can talk with the interface directly. Okay, this is the tool which works for you. Okay, you tell the interface to do this, it will do it. Now let's see a calculator API, how it looks like. So how the calculator API looks like. So just go to Google. So calculator web service, right? So we need this. This is the calculator web service. You can see this is a service. Think of somebody knows how to add, divide, multiply, and subtract automatically. Just think. It sounds like a joke, but just think it. Okay. And you don't have that feature, you want to use it. So he have opened this thing as an API. So I'm just opening the description. It's also known as WSDL file, WSDL. So again, don't worry about all these things. We'll learn it. I'm just showing you guys just to make you understand how exactly it works. Okay. So here I'm creating a project now. So project name is example calculator. Okay. I'm not explaining you anything what I'm doing currently, but don't worry. Okay. You'll understand. I'm just closing all sessions. Okay. Initially the screen will be like this, and all these things will be not there. Okay. You can see this is our project example calculator. Okay. Now after getting that, SOAP UI will automatically get whatever function is there. Okay. And it will automatically show you all these things. Okay. You can see there is two type of calculator SOAP part 1 and calculator SOAP 1.2. Okay. It is also doing add, divide, multiply, subtract, and this is the part 2. We'll focus on this. Both are doing the same job basically. So what you do, you go here and you click on request. It means you want to add two numbers. So if you double click this, see it is telling give the integer a and integer b. Okay. So if you just give two integers and it will give you the result. So it will, you don't need to add. Let's say I give 23 and here I give 20. So the result should be how much? 43, right? Let's say I don't know that, but still I want to execute this. So you just hit on the run button over here. See, result is 43. You will get a response. So this is the request, this is the response. But this is the stuff what exactly happens in inside the web services. Okay, somebody sends a request as an XML, as you can see here, and it receives a response again as an XML. Now this might be XML, this can be a simple text, this can be a JSON file. Okay, so we will get into that. Don't worry at all about that. Okay, but our job is to test this, it's working fine or not. Okay, so for that you can create test case over here on top of this particular method, add method or divide method or multiply method or subtract method. Okay, so these two are calculator application, and if you want to create any test case, so you have to create a test suite and you have to add a test case. I'll teach you guys all these things, no need to worry. So I'm just add steps, SOAP request. calculator add, let's say add we have already done, we'll do multiply. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So this is the multiply window, but this is a test case. This is not the normal function, it's test case. You have this assertion tab here. Now I want to multiply 2 with 7. Okay, this is a very simple example, guys. I will just show you a live stuff as well. 2 with 7. Let's say now what you will do, you run it, you will get 14 here, right? Now you want to put an assertion that for this is what testing is. Getting the result is not testing. Verifying the result is testing. Okay, you have to understand that. So let's say you want to verify that it contains, one second, it contains, you want to verify contents and it should contain what, 14. Okay, if you do that, you can see here the contents is pass, valid. Now if I change this 14 to 15, you will see it will fail. Can you see that content missing? Okay, now if you run this test case, it will be in red color, other it will be in green color. We'll understand all these things. Do not panic, do not worry. I was just showing you how exactly it happens. Now this is manually I'm doing, we can do it automatically also. So so you can see there is a this stuff, and I can show you a few of the examples, like how exactly the XML looks like and all, just a look and feel of live XMLs. Okay, I will show you a project of a different live company. Okay, um, let's say air schedule. You want to schedule the air, sorry, flights. Okay, let's say let's talk about. Okay, this is a company called Sabre, and you can just think of what is that? Uh, Air schedule again. Let's see that request how it looks like. So the request of that looks like this. It's very big. You can see a lot of stuff over here. Okay, it asking which city and where and all, and it will get a response over here after booking it. Okay. Um, just hang on. Let's run the suit so that you'll understand. Maybe air schedule this one. Okay, so this is the scenario. If you'll run this, okay, here both got pass, and if you see this air schedule, you can see the response over here. So this is the response that you got, all the flight details. So think about a place. Have you heard about Make My Trip or Expedia, where you book the flights? So what you do, you Expedia will be contacting all airlines APIs and fetching the data and showing you in one screen. Okay, that is what this application do. Like this, lot of application is there. So only for the meantime, we are only seeing the calculator part. Okay, we'll understand one by one in time. So thank you guys for attending this demo session. I will share the syllabus and all other stuff. So I need everyone's mail ID to this chat window, please. Thank you guys. You will be getting this recording as well. Okay. Mm, thanks a lot.